Chosen ones, where you are. Chosen ones, trust no one. Right? They are the same people. Your family, your relatives, your friends, people in your social circle, they are the same people. Do not trust any of them. In fact, love all of them and leave trust for God. Right? And there is a reason why God is telling us, human beings, not to trust in our fellow human beings, in mortals, in people. And the reason is, when we as chosen ones put our trust in mortals, that is human beings, people, we limit the power of God over our lives. I am telling you. Secondly, when you put your trust in people, they cannot save you. No man can save you. No human being can save you, except only God that can save you and I. These are enough reasons why we must not put our trust in mortals. Alright? Just study your life. Sometimes what you hate to do, you do them regardless before you know. The things you want to do, you sometimes don't do them. The things you hate to do, that is what you do. For this reason, even you yourself, studying your life, you cannot trust yourself. How much more trusting in someone who is unique in his or her special way. Alright? If you can't trust yourself as human being, as a mortal, that is the same way with others. What you facing, others are also facing similar thing. It is just that it is camouflaged differently. We are all facing the same thing. We are all playing the same game in life. Nobody have it all. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is without sins and errors and mistakes. Alright? You have things it is hard for you to deal with. You are working on yourself each and every day, and so is your fellow person. That is why you must not put your trust in mortals, in human beings, in people. Don't limit the power of God over your life. And no man can save you. All mortals will die one day. And when you put your trust in them, where will be your trust when they are no more? Do not put your trust in any person, any mortal. Just rely on God, the promises of God. Do not lean on your own understanding, chosen ones. Love God with all your heart. And whatever you do, put God first and you will succeed. Seek God first. Putting God first, seeking God first is asking God, praying to God about whatever you want to do. If you want to go to rent a home for yourself, pray to God. God will direct you where to rent. If you want to friend someone, pray to God. If you want to start a business, pray to God. If you want to eat, pray to God. Whatever you want to do, pray to God. Faith counts in the little things that we do. Among all graces, it is faith that pleases God the most. Alright? So, put God first in all things, and all other things that you need in this life will be added unto you. You will succeed in whatever you do. That is why Bible says in Proverbs that we should, trust in God with all our hearts and not lean on our own understanding. Leaning on your own understanding is doing things without God. Alright? After you make your decisions and your choice, it is there. When you start facing problems, you are adding God, you praying to God. That is leaning on your own understanding, and that you will fail. But you got to put God first. When you put God first, it means you trust in God. When you put human beings first, it means you trust in human beings and they will fail you. Put God first, chosen ones. Let's speak a text from the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 22, 222. Alright? This is a very great number. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22. And I read, put no more confidence in mortals. What are they worth? In other texts, in other Bible versions, he say, do not put your trust in mortals, in people, in human beings. What are they worth? They are worth nothing. Alright? Human beings, we are worth nothing. So do not put your trust in human beings, in mortals. Put your confidence in God. Let your confidence be in God. Alright? Great. Let's check out our next second reading from the book of Micah. Okay? Micah 7 verse 5 to 6. Micah 7 verse 5 to 6. And I read, don't believe your neighbor or trust your friend. Be careful what you say, even to your wife. Verse 6. In these times, sons treat their fathers like fools. Daughters oppose their mothers, and young women quarrel with their mothers-in-law. A person's enemies are the members of his own family. A person's enemy are members of his own household. That is why you do not have to trust anybody, your relatives, your family, the people in your social circle. Even your wife, even your husband, don't trust any of them, even your own children. Never put your trust in them. Children, don't put your trust in your parents because they will die and leave you. Never put your trust in mortals, in people, in things, in persons that have a beginning and has an end. Trust is a word for someone who is smarter, clever, brilliant, intelligent, wiser, and has no beginning and has no end. And who is that person? It is God, the Alpha and Omega, the I am that I am, the Ancient of Days. He's the only one that we can put our trust in. Alright? That is the person. Lion of Judah. That is the person you can put your trust in. So put your trust in God. And I tell you, whatever you do, you will succeed. Put God first. Give God the important place in your life. Remember, seek first the things of God, the kingdom of God, and eat righteousness, and all other things will be added unto you as a chosen one. Alright? Stop leaning on your own understanding, your own knowledge, your own wisdom, and put God first in whatever that you do. And you will definitely succeed. I am telling you. Because we are serving a living God. Our God is a living God. Alright? Our God is a living God. He's God that sees everything. He's God that sees and knoweth everything. He will never forsake you. He got you. Right? God is with you. And if God is with you, who can be against you? Believe, trust in God, and you will succeed. I'm out.